Another day, another story. From applesauce sucked out of a tube to shrimp cocktail and fresh vegetables, space food has come a long way. As soon as NASA began the work of sending humans into space, the question arose: what would they eat once there? Space food had to fit a number of requirements. It had to be easily portable. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. It had to be nutrient-dense and filling, as the astronauts would be expending a fair amount of calories, particularly during spacewalks. And it had to last. The technology NASA developed to solve these problems has evolved over the decades. At first, astronauts on early missions, such as Mercury, 1958-1963, had to rely on unappetizing semi-liquids, squeezed out of tubes. Food options improved during the later Gemini, 1965-1966, and Apollo, 1961-1975, missions. Dehydrated milk, coffee, grapefruit juice and even soups could be eaten with just some added water. NASA also began turning food into cube form. Cinnamon toasted bread cubes, strawberry cubes and even bacon cubes formed part of a balanced space breakfast, while snacks included cubes of sugar, chocolate and peanut butter. In fact, the first food eaten on the moon was a bacon cube. Additionally, Apollo astronauts were the first to have access to hot water, which made rehydrating foods easier and improved their taste. Another real breakthrough was an invention called the spoon bowl pack. Looking like a hybrid of a zippable plastic freezer bag and an IV bag, the spoon bowl was a plastic packet full of dried food that could be rehydrated via a valve at the bottom. The hot water turned bricks of inedible stuff back into meals like chicken stew, chicken and rice and spaghetti with meat sauce. Apollo astronauts unzipped the top of the bag and fed spoons into a small opening. They could eat without fear of food flying away since the moisture in the food caused it to stick to the spoons. How did all this food taste? In a Nutrition Today article from the fall of 1969, a NASA scientist reported that the astronauts enjoyed the food, the variety was satisfactory, and there was enough to satisfy their hunger and maintain their performance. It was hardly a ringing endorsement, but the bar may have been lower, since taste buds react very differently to foods eaten in the air. Decreased atmosphere plus a dry cabin environment decreased taste buds' ability to taste by about 30%. For his part, Buzz Aldrin had very positive things to say about one of his mission's appetizers, shrimp cocktail. He later explained, "They were chosen one by one to make sure they would be tiny enough to squeeze out of the food packet, and they were delicious." By the 1970s and 80s, culinary options on spacecraft grew to include more than 70 food items. For the first time, shuttles such as Skylab designated large interior spaces to use as dining rooms. These days, astronauts are invited to Houston's Johnson Space Center for taste testing sessions in the Space Food Systems Laboratory, where they help recommend dishes for their upcoming missions. A month before a mission launches, the food, up to 3.8 pounds, including packaging, per astronaut, per day, is packaged and prepared, with partially or fully dehydrated items still making up many of the meals, though condiments and spices, including salt suspended in water, are readily available. Shuttles are also now equipped with fresh food lockers that contain bread, fruits and vegetables. NASA is even experimenting with space gardening, so one day astronauts might be able to feed themselves without any earthly help. Early space exploration, 1960s. 1. In the early days of space travel, astronauts consumed dehydrated and freeze-dried foods, as well as semi-liquid foods in toothpaste-like tubes. 2. The food was chosen for its lightweight and long shelf life, as well as the ability to minimize waste and prevent crumbs that could float in microgravity. Gemini and Apollo programs, 1960s-1970s. 1. During the Gemini and Apollo programs, astronauts had more variety in their diet. 1. They could rehydrate freeze-dried meals with water dispensed from a special gun. 2. A specially designed spoon with a curved handle was introduced to help astronauts eat in microgravity. Skylab, 1970s. 1. Skylab, the first American space station, had a more advanced galley that allowed astronauts to prepare a wider range of meals. 2. Refrigeration was introduced on Skylab, enabling astronauts to enjoy fresh food such as fruits and sandwiches. Space Shuttle era, 1980s-2011. 1. With the Space Shuttle program, astronauts had a more conventional kitchen setup. 1. They could warm up pre-packaged meals using an on-board galley. 2. More emphasis was placed on providing a variety of flavors and improving the overall taste and nutritional content of space food. International Space Station, ISS, era, 2000s present. 1. The ISS has a more sophisticated galley compared to previous space missions. 1. Astronauts have a selection of about 200 different food items. 2. Advances in food processing techniques, packaging, and storage have allowed for a wider variety of fresh, frozen, and refrigerated items to be sent to the ISS. 3. Efforts have been made to enhance the nutritional content of space food to counteract the physiological effects of long-duration spaceflight. Advancements in food technology. 1. NASA and other space agencies have invested in research to improve the taste, texture, and nutritional value of space food. 2. Technologies such as high-pressure processing, HPP, and freeze-drying have been employed to preserve the quality of food while minimizing the need for preservatives. 3. 3D printing technology is being explored as a potential means of creating customized food items for astronauts. Future exploration, beyond Earth orbit. 1. As space agencies plan for future missions beyond Earth orbit, such as Mars exploration, there is ongoing research into sustainable food production and advanced life support systems. 2. Concepts like hydroponics and closed-loop life support systems aim to provide astronauts with a more sustainable and varied diet during extended missions. Gemini and Apollo programs, 1960s-1970s. During the Gemini missions, astronauts faced the challenge of consuming meals in microgravity. The early food options included dehydrated soups, fruits, and freeze-dried stews. These meals were packaged in vacuum-sealed plastic containers or metal cans to prevent spoilage. Astronauts rehydrated their meals by injecting water into the containers using a specialized gun. As the Apollo program aimed to land humans on the Moon, space food technology advanced. The introduction of a space food warming kit allowed astronauts to enjoy hot meals, and the menu expanded to include items like shrimp cocktail, chicken and rice, and beef stew. Skylab, 1970s. Skylab, the United States' first space station, brought further improvements to space cuisine. With the addition of a refrigerator, Skylab astronauts had access to fresh fruits and sandwiches. This marked a significant shift from the strictly dehydrated and processed foods of previous missions. The ability to enjoy more familiar and appealing meals contributed to the overall well-being of astronauts during their extended stays on Skylab. Space Shuttle era, 1980s-2011. The Space Shuttle era brought about a more normal kitchen setup on spacecraft. Astronauts had the ability to heat up pre-packaged meals using a galley, resembling a microwave oven. The packaging also evolved to be more user-friendly, with peel-back lids and easy-to-handle pouches. The focus on taste and variety became more pronounced during this period, with efforts to make space food more palatable. Astronauts could choose from a menu that included items like chicken curry and spaghetti with meat sauce. This era marked a shift toward providing astronauts with a culinary experience that was closer to what they might enjoy on Earth. International Space Station, ISS, era, 2000s present. The ISS represents the pinnacle of space food evolution. The onboard galley allows astronauts to prepare meals using hot water, and the menu includes a diverse range of items, from shrimp cocktail to chocolate cake. Fresh fruits and vegetables are sent periodically on resupply missions, providing a taste of home for astronauts on long-duration missions. Research in food science has played a crucial role in improving the quality of space food. The use of high-pressure processing, HPP, and other advanced preservation techniques helps maintain the flavor and nutritional value of the food while extending its shelf life. Advancements in food technology and future exploration. The evolution of space food continues with advancements in food technology. Researchers are exploring the possibilities of 3D printing, allowing for customizable, nutrient-rich meals tailored to individual astronaut needs. This technology could revolutionize space food preparation during long-duration missions, such as those planned for Mars exploration. As space agencies set their sights on the Moon, Mars, and beyond, the development of sustainable food production systems, including hydroponics and closed-loop life support systems, becomes crucial. The goal is to create a self-sustaining ecosystem that supports the nutritional needs of astronauts on extended space missions, further pushing the boundaries of space food innovation. ISS lifestyle and dining habits. Life on the International Space Station, ISS, involves a careful balance between work and personal time. Astronauts dine in a communal area, sharing meals and stories, which helps foster a sense of camaraderie. The experience of eating in microgravity brings unique challenges, such as preventing floating crumbs. To address this, many items are carefully engineered to be crumb-free, or astronauts use tortillas instead of bread. Special occasions and celebrations. Astronauts on the ISS celebrate special occasions with specially prepared meals. Birthdays, holidays, and significant milestones are marked with festive menus that include treats like space-friendly cake and specially packaged holiday-themed foods. These moments of celebration contribute to the psychological well-being of astronauts during their time in space. Psychological aspects and comfort foods. Recognizing the psychological importance of food, space agencies have incorporated comfort foods into astronauts' menus. These foods are carefully chosen based on individual preferences and cultural backgrounds, providing a sense of familiarity and comfort in the vastness of space. The ability to enjoy a favorite dish or snack can have a positive impact on the mental health of astronauts during extended missions. Advances in nutritional science. The nutritional content of space food has also seen significant improvements. Research in nutritional science has led to a better understanding of the dietary needs of astronauts during space missions. Special attention is given to ensuring that space food provides the necessary vitamins, minerals, and nutrients to support astronaut health in the unique conditions of space. Collaboration with celebrity chefs. To enhance the culinary experience in space, space agencies have collaborated with renowned chefs to develop space-friendly recipes. Celebrity chefs contribute their expertise to create meals that are not only nutritionally balanced but also appealing to the astronauts' taste buds. This collaboration adds an element of creativity and diversity to the space menu. Space farming and sustainable food production. As space exploration ventures extend beyond Earth's orbit, there is a growing focus on sustainable food production. Researchers are exploring the possibilities of space farming, where astronauts can cultivate crops in microgravity. This approach aims to create a closed-loop system where waste products are recycled into the growth of food, contributing to the long-term sustainability of human space exploration. Challenges and future innovations. Despite the advancements, challenges remain, such as the limited variety of fresh produce and the need for improved packaging to reduce waste. Future innovations might include advancements in bioregenerative life support systems, allowing for more self-sufficient and sustainable food production during extended space missions. In essence, the story of space food evolution is not just about meeting nutritional requirements but also about enhancing the overall experience of living and working in space. It's a tale of continuous innovation, collaboration, and adaptation to ensure that astronauts are not just adequately fed but also enjoy a fulfilling culinary experience during their journeys beyond our planet. Overall, space food has come a long way from the early days of basic, utilitarian options to a more diverse and nutritionally balanced selection for modern astronauts. Ongoing research and technological advancements continue to shape the future of space cuisine. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.